Hello YouTube, this is Mr. Ziggin. So I said I would come back and do a farming video for this. So I showed off yesterday how to get to Lord of Blood's area. It's a long video, like 30 minutes, but it's more in-depth, showing you each step. Also some other stuff, my invasions. I forgot to state this now, but there are two ways to increase your runes. One is you can use these. They increase your time. You get like 2-3 minutes of use. And there's also a talisman. I think the Golden Scarab Talisman guide has already come out. It would have came out before this video came out. But the Golden Beetle Talisman is in this cave right here. Abandoned cave. You have to beat the dungeon and then you get the thing at the end. For the gold pickle feet, if you have the Golden Scarab on and you use this, you get an increase of like 50 to 55% runes. But yeah, so you can use these to craft these. You need a roller fruit, four-toed foulfoot, and gold fireflies. I have not shown a guide yet for roller fruit. That'll probably come out before this too, where probably a really good area to farm it. Otherwise, I've shown where to farm the foulfoot and the golden fireflies. Later on, I will show where to farm silver fireflies, but for right now, I did show where to. I should have shown before this video came out where to farm all three of them. Otherwise, to get the recipe, you have to buy it from Patches. If you haven't met him yet, he'll be in Markwire Cave. If you're farther in the journey, he will be at the island over here. And then if you've gone up to Volcano Manor, he'll be in Volcano Manor. If you've beaten Volcano Manor, then he will be here, and you can talk to him there or kill him. The best way is probably kill him and get the bell, because right now we don't know where he goes from there. So, but you can buy the recipe from him to make them. Otherwise, like I said, it increases runes by 50 to 55%. Otherwise, let's jump back into this and showing the different ways. There's at least 4 ways. One is a hybrid way of farming this area. So, from here, in the Lord of Blood area, I'm going to show you 3 different ways you can farm. A beginner, intermediate level, and then end game level. And there's definitely other tactics to like the intermediate. So, we're going to do beginner. So, if you have, and this requires either a bow or a spell. Bow or spell user to be beginner level. Even if the bow does no damage, you just need to be able to hit them. I'm going to show you the first level. So what you want to do is, if you're a beginner with this area, you want to ride down here on horse and then jump over here. As you can see, I already got 4,000 souls. What you want to do is get off your horse and you want to slowly walk down here. Because now these enemies are gonna, since I'm on the edge, they're gonna roll towards me and fall off. They might land down there. It's possible for them to land down there and survive for a second or two, but then they will eventually die. They'll walk off. So, from this point on, after the 4, you can go through and slowly hit them. Or, if you shoot them once with an arrow, like if you can't do enough damage, I'm doing enough damage with arrows, they will just walk over to this corner and fall off. So this is the beginner route. This is what I was doing until I was able to actually go around and just kill them. If they stand up and do nothing, it means that you've at least pissed them off. It might take another arrow to get them to move. They might attack you, so be careful of that. Otherwise, Some of them are harder to hit. But they'll just keep walking off. See, like, he survived, but he was continuing to walk. So you're not going to get as much souls as I am. I'm on a higher playthrough. I'm on New Game Plus, so they give me more souls. But what you can also do to increase your... I'll probably put it at the beginning, show you at least those two things you can use. But this is one way, and then if you want to, you can run and jump this. But if you're not feeling safe enough, just summon the horse and jump back over. We did miss 2, so we can just wipe these up real quick. I'll say right now, if you're low level and you can't really do much, just grab a bow, buy some arrows. Like I said, you just need to do a tiny bit of damage for that. Be careful, because even on the ledge, sometimes they will do range attacks, those red ones. The other ones won't do range attacks. It's only the red ones. Okay, so now, let's move on to the intermediate level. Intermediate is you can probably just go around and kill them. You can either use a mixture of both or just kill them. Your biggest problem are going to be the red ones, because they do a lot of damage if they spin towards you. Like right now, I'm using the meteorite sword. I'll eventually have guides for like a lot of weapons. But once they're taken out, you can just kill the rest. Doesn't matter what weapon you can use. You can use a whole bunch of different weapons. But this is more intermediate. You can go around and kill them. If you want to, you can use a mixture. You can ride the horse over to that ledge, jump over, and then stand on that ledge until all 4 red ones die, and then just jump back over and slowly take them out. I'm going to show you a mixture of that here in a second, of what I'm talking about. Just because it might be easier for you, because the red ones are definitely the ones that are going to hurt you the most. And then I'll show you the end game one. At the beginning, I probably showed you the gold scarab talisman and the chicken's foot that you can use to increase souls here. There is another farm with a bird over there. I'll show that in a different video. But let's show you the intermediate, like a mixture of the two. If you're having a problem with the red ones because they do a lot of damage, actually I think all of them are dead already. Just run over here, do this, and then you can go through slowly and just kill them one at a time. Like I said, this is a mixture. I only have the golden scarab, but I don't have the chicken's foot on. Otherwise, that's the mixture of both. Like I said, and then there's one final way, is endgame. There's a weapon you can get. So if you want to skip this, go right ahead. You already know how to do this. The endgame, final boss of the game that you reach, his remembrance, can give you a sword called the Sacred Relic Sword. When it's at plus 10, and I've farmed a bunch to get it to plus 10, that's your best tactic. It requires 24 dex, 22 faith and 14 strength. You can see my stats if I take away webcam real quick. And this and this. You can see my stats right there. But you want this equipped because this is probably the best and fastest way of doing it. You can see the guy doing it right there. When you dual hand this and you use the left trigger ability, if you hold the left trigger ability for the Ash of War or the Art of War of this weapon, this is what it does. And you can go down a little farther because it won't kill everything on this hill. You can go farther and hit it again if you want. But the best way of doing this, and I'll pop a foot to show you, is rest. This is the fastest way of getting runes in this area. Is pop one of these. Come over here. Hit this, and then start running back. And then rest. And then get up and do the same thing. And just keep doing this. This is probably the fastest and easiest way of doing this. But you need to have beaten the final boss to get this weapon. I beat the final boss, got this weapon, upgraded it, and then I didn't do it in the first playthrough. I went and did New Game Plus and slowly worked my way getting here again. I can actually get to the capital city already in my New Game Plus. I've only spent about an hour in this playthrough. Not actually, probably like 3-4 hours in the second playthrough, just because I probably spent like 30 minutes to an hour farming here. And I did beat Godric the Graphid and the Lord of Blood already. But as you can see, my runes just keep skyrocketing. If you want, you can stay here longer and keep doing this. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for like 3-4 different ways of farming this area. I hope you guys did enjoy it. This is one of the shorter videos for farming. There will be a farm spot for the dragon at Dragon Barrel. There's going to be a farm spot for this bird. But the bird does require a bow, so... Or a spell. I think a spell also works. You can already see I'm at 1.1 million, but I was at, what, 500,000? Every level I do is like 300,000, 350,000 to do a level. So I only have like 3 levels on me right now, 4 levels on me. I'm getting close to 4 levels. But yeah. And then you can press start to check up in the top left corner. I still have two rune increases icons. I just go until this runs out usually. What I'm probably going to go do instead after this is I'm not going to actually use this to level up. I'm actually going to go to a bunch of merchants and buy out the shop of every arrow type. Because there's a bunch of bolts and stuff I still don't have maxed out. But otherwise, this is the fastest tactic and best tactic to get runes. Even if you go over and kill the dragon, it takes like 20 seconds with the Swarm of Blood Flies effect. 20 seconds to beat him, 30 seconds. You can get more souls doing this if you have a chicken's foot on than you would do it beating the dragon every single time. Actually, no. I think it's about the same. Because this takes, what, 10, 15 seconds? And you get somewhere around... probably like 100,000 to 120,000, something like that. So what, we're at 590? Let me see real quick. So it's actually less because I think my thing is out. So what, that was... Yeah, so my thing ran out. That was, what? 67,000. But you can do 2 of these. I'm saying right now, this is probably the fastest way of doing it, because with the dragon one that I show later on, there's a chance of failing, and if you fail, the dragon's gone forever. This one is just sit at the grace, so this is probably the quickest and fastest way of doing this. If you don't have this, you just have to rebeat the final boss, or go use the remembrance on a walking coffin, walking mausoleum. There will be a video out later in the week of the walk-in, or next week of the walk-in mausoleums. I made the video already. I just forgot one, so I don't have all 7. I have 6 right now in that video, and I want to put in the 7th one and do a new intro. So I'll be back for that. Otherwise, I really hope you guys didn't like the video. If you guys like the video, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, I recommend subscribing to the channel to keep up with a lot of content. Otherwise, this has been Miss Crazy Again signing off. Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good night, wherever you are. Just have a good day. Hopefully, I see you guys in the next video. And peace.